Sabrina, don't cut. I got one more pick.
Who you gonna pick?
Ready? When you are enjoying grits, do you eat grits with sugar or not? Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Spikes and Heels. Sabrina, who's the hot topic?
You tell me the hot topic.
Part 3. As the ball turns. Man, you can't make this up. Now, your boy Dan Snyder got Congress
knocking at the door.
Sabrina.
Yes.
What they gonna do, Sabrina? I've read that they was investigating them now, like because of the way he's running the team in a environment of the team. Congress done decided to investigate Snyder.
So Congress is basically saying to the NFL, give us the results of this investigation that you did some months ago. We want to investigate the investigation, and you have by November the 2nd to give it to us.
Stop playing.
So they got 1 week.
Didn't he see, Sabrina? It goes back to what we said last week. How you gonna hire the people that's investigating you when you did something wrong? Like you can hire an auditor to fix your books because your money is money. But when the league said you have been fraudulent or bad in this area, you can't then hire the people that is investigating you because it's like policing yourself.
Correct.
So now Congress is getting involved to say, hand us over the stuff that you found out.
Exactly. Hand us over the stuff hand us the whole investigation results basically by November the 2nd. Now, if he doesn't do it, I don't know what the consequences are. I don't know if he's going to try to fudge it and like only give a little bit of it. I don't know. I wonder if this is going to be the thing to get them for him to go. I'm
confused because now this is me. What business do they have? Like why?
Okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. You was gonna finish. You gonna answer. Why is it any concern of Congress?
And I was thinking, yeah, Congress has enough to do. That it seemed like
they ain't doing.
They shouldn't be involved in this. But I'm like, if it helps to get him out of here, then let's investigate. Let's do it, Congress.
It's never any concern of this unless they're gonna get rich from it. Let's keep it real, or they somehow benefit from it.
You might be digging up. You right.
So why are you that concerned about a football team?
Exactly.
Because their name's been the Redskins for God knows when. And let's keep it real. The last time Congress got involved, it was when that owner refused to hire any black or brown people.
Correct.
And Kennedy told him, if you don't get a black or brown person, you're going to lose your team.
Right.
So maybe we heading back that way since you can't treat these women or these black or brown people or anybody that don't look like you. You may have to. It's going to be so much scrutiny and so many things that may come out of this that it may be in his best interest to sell it away. He's going to make a profit.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be rich for the rest of his days, and his children, and their children, and their children. So it's for him. It's about ownership and control and something to do.
He's not doing a good job.
I saw a graphic. I'm gonna see if I can't find it. I don't know if I can, but we were talking about how we're have the lowest fan attendance in the league, and the graphic showed how we was up here, and it just looked like this. And the decline started the year Sean Taylor passed. Believe it or not, it showed after he died, it did like this.
I haven't been excited since he passed until we got Griff. Like, I wasn't even on board when we got Griff until that first game.
Oh, I was like,
I was like, oh my God, we got a quarterback. You know, I didn't follow him at Baylor. Nope. I didn't even know he won a Heisman. Okay, you know. Then we got him. I was on board for that 1 year. That was the best year.
That was the best year. Ooh. Oh.
Yeah. And that Thanksgiving, I ate my turkey, the duck, and the chitlins.
Yes, everything.
I can't eat because they playing and they losing. Man, me and my mother was in that kitchen. Woo!
Yes, and I was over my dad's that year. We had the best time.
And I had a little 13 or 19-inch TV in my kitchen because I had it up on that monitor. Man, you would have thought we was at the game. We was making so much noise. We try not to make this the hot topic every week because we are football, but you can't buy these stories, especially the ones that's covered up. You can't pay, you can't buy, you can't, this the best, I'm telling you. They done lost their mind.
The stories write themselves, yes.
So stay tuned for next week's episode of As the Ball Turns.
Wow. Gwen, did you see, can you believe that the Bengals beat the Ravens? You pretty much almost called that, but you just couldn't bring yourself to go all the way. But you've been calling with them Bengals.
Sabrina, one thing I did, because we doing this show now that I hadn't done previously, was I paid attention to the draft closer. I was like, wait a minute, the Cardinals got blip, 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 blip. They almost solid. Then I said, the Bengals done did blip, 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 blip. They almost solid. I said, they not going to finish last this year.
Right.
Who would have thought? Man, when I tell you they made my man, he wasn't Superman yesterday. He was Batgirl.
I was surprised.
Man. And they the only one in their division that haven't lost a divisional game. Ooh. And they number one in the AFC by who they beat everybody. Yes. Who would have called that?
Not me. For years to come, it's going to be Burrow throwing to Jamar Chase. They starting to be one of those, dynamic duos like we back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Michael Irvin and Troy Aikman, and you know what I'm saying? Just all the different ones.
They're the only duo you know. You couldn't pick another duo beside them two. Sabrina, a little cowboy happy lately.
Let's get this.
It's against my religion.
Let's get it straight.
Okay. Let me
that
hear
just happened to be the duo that I thought of at that time. Should I have picked somebody
think harder? You better think harder. What they say? It's in my DNA.
It's in mine too. I just should have.
You better think harder. Let's do that part. Name another duo. You could have said Brady
Montana and Jerry Rice then.
There we go. I could do that one.
Brady and Gronk. Let's come up to the.
There we go. Come on, Benny. One more. Give me one more.
Roethlisberger and when Brown was with him, Antonio Brown.
There we go, Benny. Okay, I'm gonna get off my girl. Okay, so yes, Sabrina. So it's Burrows and Chase. They hooking up a lot because I haven't seen their games yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of any of their games. I haven't seen any of their games. I saw all the highlights from this game, and I was like, dang, they beat the Ravens. And not just beat them, they beat them like that.
They handled them.
Yeah, they did.
So I knew tomorrow wasn't going to go 15-1. Right. I just didn't call the Bengals. But them Bama's in first place. Who was the only team in their division last year that didn't make the playoffs? Now they in first place over everybody.
Now, this is week 7. We got 8 more weeks to go, so we're going to see how that goes. But still, for them to be sitting in first place at this juncture,
they're getting it right.
Now, we have to talk about the fact, another surprise, even though we called this, but I didn't think it would be this bad. The Tennessee Titans whooped up severely on the Kansas City Chiefs. And our boy Mahomes don't win out the game.
You called this, I didn't. Remember, I was giving him one more pass.
Oh, that's correct.
But I think Mahomes, now I ain't speaking no ill over him, but let's just be very clear. I think he like Jordan Reed, they concussion prone. Because I don't care what you say, he was concussed in that Browns game before they played the Bills. I'm telling you, Sabrina. They don't come out with it and say because he's their MVP every year. If he's not in the game, they not winning, and they not winning with him now. So how bad would they be without him?
Yeah, they look lost.
That I mean to tell you, who would have thought it? So Sabrina and I are going to redo our picks mid-season, so that will be on next week's show. I'm going to be crystal clear on some of these. The NFC has me, I'm going to have to close my eyes and grab somebody out the hat at this point. Anyway, yeah, but I'm not surprised because the Chiefs look terrible. They all out of whack. Because to be honest, we should have took them down.
Gosh.
And so it was too many opportunities to go at them, and we didn't do that. But that's neither here nor there. What's done is done. But I'm very concerned about the Chiefs. At this point, Sabrina, I don't even think they're making a playoff.
If they keep going at this rate, they won't even make it in. You're right. They won't. Man,
even with the extra team, maybe they get in with the extra. This year they got an extra team. Maybe with the extra team, but
man, who would have thought the Chiefs would be like so far on the outside trying to get in? The Chiefs?
I feel like they did the Seahawks. They went the first year, won, with the second year and lost, and never gonna go back.
Never.
Well, not in no time soon.
No time soon. Got it.
24-10.
That's all you got to say. That's
it.
So for me, our game with the Packers, it was purely about missed opportunities. And so many people are blaming our boy Heineke. On a couple of those plays, it's debatable still to me to this moment. He was getting ready to cross over the goal line and they said he didn't make it over or he stopped short or whatever. I remember back in the day, if a receiver or a quarterback with the ball wasn't touched, you could just keep rolling or crawl or whatever till you make it into the end zone, as long as you're not touched. So what he did was he slid, instead of just running into the end zone, he saw somebody coming at him. He gonna slide into the end zone and came up a yard short. But no one had touched him, so he just kept going.
But isn't it if your knee down?
It was. But nobody.
I think that's what's changed. But I'm not cutting you off, but I think that's the new difference. Okay. Like back in the day, you could keep going, but now it's if your butt down or your knee down, you're down.
And it was his knee. Yeah. So I'm like, well, dang, but first of all, why did he slide instead of just running it in, number one? Then on another play, he was trying to make it over the goal line and he kind of half fumbled it. I mean, he's literally diving to get over and he fumbles it. It's like so many missed opportunities. He hit McLaurin in the end zone for a touchdown and McLaurin drops the ball, which he never does. I'm not going to hold it against him. Everybody's human. So much stuff happened. We should have beat the Packers bad. People are like, the Packers defense is back. No, it's not. We gave that game away.
The new phrase of this week is, we got the right kicker, but with the wrong name. Because Heineke six-pack blew it. You heard me?
Yes, he did. He did.
He need to have that heart he had when he was playing Tampa Bay. I told you, Ben, because when he played that game, he went diving head first. That jump was so beast mode. I had to give me a shirt with him on it doing that. Why you ain't do that this time?
But I think
so scared.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing. I don't think he was playing. I think what you were saying before, he was trying to do too much. I think with the sliding play, he was trying to be smart. Let me slide in so that I don't get hit. And with the other one, he was trying to go for it. He was diving over and he just lost control of the ball. And there was another play where he had pressure from behind and he didn't feel the pressure and he went to throw and dropped the ball and they picked it up. So he's not aware of his location on the field. Sometimes he's not aware of pressure. And maybe that comes with time. Because again, he really hasn't had that many starts.
We got a bye week coming up. We're going to play the Broncos. Got a bye week coming up. So let's put this season, give me 5-minute rant. We lost the game. Normally the Redskins and the Skins Nation, you lose the game you're supposed to win, you win the game you're supposed to lose. Yep. We've lost all the games we were scheduled to lose, and we won the two we should have won. So we're supposed to beat the Broncos. We have a good chance now beating the Broncos because of Bridgewater. Mm-hmm. He not playing, it's all good. Then we have our bye week, then we have Tom. If Six-Pack don't show up next week, I say when we come back from the bye week, have either Allen, and now I don't know if you heard, but they said Fish Tragic going to be out even longer. Like they thought he would be ready after the bye. They ain't feeling the bye either. They not have him coming. The injury is worse than they thought it was, or he's not progressing fast as they thought he would do. So if we lose to the Broncos, we have our bye week. He needs to have somebody else. We done gave Six-Pack enough time. You don't waste half the season. You've been in since the first game. Kudos that you went undrafted. We all were behind you. But moving forward, this is all, let's see what Allen can do. Now, those may say, leave him in for the rest of the year. It's already wasted, Gwen. So you can see but I feel like we've seen the best from him. I'm sorry. I don't think he has the coaches around him or the person around him to make him better. So real true story. I started the speed skating thing in DC. We had one girl that we saw natural talent from, but we didn't have it. Nobody in our volunteer group to make her excel. They send her with the Koreans. She done already been to the Olympics, the only one. So sometimes the help may not be in your organization. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't see it. But going back to my little thing, we're gonna play the Broncos. We should beat them. Bye week coming. If we don't beat them, they need to have somebody else when they play the Bucks. What's done is done. Or do you ride Six-Pack out for the rest of the year because it's already a scratch?
I say, how do you really know what he's capable of unless you give him more time? That's like bringing in a rookie and saying after 7 or 8 games, we don't need you no more. Give him time.
I'm a little impatient. because I feel like this time has lasted for 30 years. I'm sorry. Yeah. So maybe that's where my anxieties come from. My anxiousness is coming from, to get somebody back there, because I feel like, and let's keep it real, the defense was a little better. Okay. They didn't have as many. Okay, Aaron gonna do what Aaron does. He's a future Hall of Famer, first ballot Hall of Famer. So I feel like they contained him. You're not going to totally stop him.
Right, correct.
But I feel like they contained him. But Aaron was Aaron, because when he needed to get a big play, when he needed to move the ball further down the field, he was able to do so. But 21 points to me was a clap, a little bit, because I felt like he could have ran the score up on us.
Right.
So we'll see. But I have to say, the defense looked much better.
They did, and the secondary didn't anger me as much.
See what I'm saying?
Yes, I'm like, okay.
But it was doable. We still lost, but it was doable. But here's my question for us to ponder on going into this bye. Do we keep 6-pack or don't we? That's all I'm saying. After the bye, you're gonna have 2 weeks to get it together. Then you gotta face Tom.
And something that I say, first of all, to answer your question, I say keep them. Okay. You probably say don't.
I'm on the fence.
Okay. And something that I didn't mention yesterday, which was key, we got inside of the Packers 30-yard line. It was like 6 or 7 times. And we came away with 10 points the whole game. At one point, we were on the 2 or 1 yard line. At one point, we were within the 5 or so. No points. We never punted that whole game. Isn't that crazy?
That's what I heard. I'm like, oh my God, notice that. But like I said, Sabrina, let's keep our eye on it, because it's bye week coming. So looking at this season, they got to keep it real. I had us at 3-5 at this point, because we were supposed to beat somebody else. But look at our schedule coming up, Sabrina. We might get a reprieve, because look at it. We got the Eagles and the Giants. They not playing well. Russell is out. We're going to beat that game. That's a win. I moved that L to the win column. I moved the Broncos to the win column. You know what I'm saying? I got both of the Giants games in our win column. I called us splitting it with the Eagles, because I feel like Hurts going to get us one time. But even he not playing. See, Sabrina, we probably get a few more wins than I thought we were. But I have to be honest. You said no.
I'm looking at this schedule.
Who you had? Look, come on, run it real quick, Sabrina.
The next game is the Broncos. We could beat them.
That's a win.
Buccaneers after that.
Loss.
So we also have the Panthers after that.
That's now a win for us, because New York beat them, monkey stomped them yesterday 25-3.
Okay. Then the Seahawks in Washington.
We got that. We got that. So that's now another win. Sabrina, I'm telling you, the defense catching on, Sabrina, like they did last year. They catching on. It takes them half a year to get started, but they starting to figure each other out. They removed Cardinals and did what they did. I wasn't mad at the defense yesterday.
Oh, I wasn't
either. To be honest.
No.
Because Montez and Chase was on there. Settle was blowing.
Jonathan Allen, yes.
Yeah, they was on it. So Chase done stopped that spin thing. But when Chase go this way, Montez and Sweat and Chase go like this. Settle was supposed to come up. Settle wasn't coming up. He was going with, no, you're supposed to come up. So
and it's funny, because even like my husband doesn't watch football much at all. He's like, why is the middle of the field open up like that? I'm like, if he see that, then you know.
Exactly. So get back to our schedule. So we got the Seahawks is the win.
Okay, so the Seahawks. Then after that, it's the Raiders in Las Vegas. I don't like that.
I don't like that one either.
We got the Cowboys here in Washington. I don't like that. We got the Eagles in Philadelphia. I don't like that. We got the Cowboys in Dallas. I don't like that. Do you see what I'm saying?
December is going to be, if we could get one of those games in December, we'll do better than I thought. But our record is going to be better. So I say that all to say, some of them games I had as an L for us have now switched to the W side. We're not going to win the division. I think the Cowboys got too far of a lead at this point on us.
Yeah.
They just not going to, unless that go out again, they just not going to tank like this now. They have too much of a lead on us, but we can start preparing for next year.
So that's sad to me.
I'm sorry, but it's not going to happen. Only like last year, only one team coming out of our division going to the playoffs, unfortunately. So whoever wins it goes to the playoffs. So yeah, so that's where we are. But I just feel like we could do better. Well, we did much better defensively yesterday, but now my boy Six Pack got to catch up. So we'll see. So because we didn't pick this game last week, we're gonna take the opportunity to discuss it right now.
Yes.
But the rumors are that Deshaun and Tua will be swapped out before the November the 2nd trade deadline. Like we said last week, Tua just haven't lived up to his billing.
Correct.
Like I feel like he haven't. But we'll see. Deshaun haven't played all year, but I did hear that he goes to the practices and the meetings and stuff. He just doesn't participate because he had to do that in order to get paid. So he does enough to receive his check, but he doesn't interact with the team.
Yes.
So he shouldn't be as rusty, but without a preseason and a rev up games, you're more injury prone, and we'll just see. But
I mean, if the man is innocent, and we're not gonna go over all that again, but if he's innocent, I would like to see him on the field again. I want to see him come back and be successful.
But it don't take all this time to decide that, Sabrina. They obviously are not going to exempt him. We halfway through the season.
Right.
Let the boy play. Let the man play. You're not going to exempt him for whatever reason. We almost halfway through the season. Let him play.
Agreed.
So because of this new thing going down this season, we now decided to do like an injury report. Just a quick run of notable players, of MVP players to their teams that are injured. So this week is who, Sabrina?
Well, we already talked about Patrick Mahomes. We talked about him. Now let's get into Baker Mayfield being out, having to have surgery. The Browns seem like when they start getting 2 steps forward, they take 3 backwards. I'm like, no. Odell is back, but I don't know if he's 100%.
Odell, let me intervene right here. Me and my cousin had a straight up battle because he's like, keep Odell. I was like, no, that Bama getting $15 million a year. And to me, he haven't done $1 million worth of productivity. I say scrap him. So yeah, so Odell, I think Odell is still injured or he's not 100%. I don't even think he's 70%. And now you add my boy Wayfair to the mix.
What's his name?
Wayfair.
Wayfair.
So you add my boy Baker to the mix. This is what I said last week. I said I feel like the Browns about to be a scratch for this year. And you was like, no, I'm not there yet. Are you there yet now?
How they say I haven't arrived yet, but I've left. I'm on the way.
Sabrina, if that dude out for more than 3 games, it's a wrap for them. Their conference is so competitive.
You're right.
You have to be leading or at least in second place.
Yeah.
So who would have thought the Steelers would be the bottom of that conference?
And that's another notable injury. Juju is out.
Yeah, Juju been out, but he out for the rest of the season.
Yeah. Oh, so I just can't wait to get to next week when we do our mid-season Super Bowl picks. So some things have changed here a little bit. But
big time for me. My AFC is still on board, but that NFC, man, I'm struggling.
Man. Okay.
Nah, Sabrina, you want to use them in your analogies and the awesome duo. Who the dumb blank that got in trouble last week?
Oh my gosh.
What's his name? DeMontez? It should be dumb. Hit it, Benny.
So one of the Cowboys players, DeMonte Kazee. I'm probably messing up the dude's name. But
remember Kazoo from the Flintstones?
Yes.
How you doing, dum-dum? Nice to see you, dum-dum.
His name is Kazee. So listen. So he got arrested on a Tuesday, I think, which is their day off, for driving while intoxicated. And my thing is this: when you get such an opportunity that only few people in the world get, to me, it seems like you would be smart and you would make sure that you do what you're supposed to do to stay in your position. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't never heard of no DeMonte Kazee before now. So that means you expendable. You start doing dumb stuff and your team is doing good. You better get it together, DeMonte.
And let's look at the history. 2 of the former Cowboy players have been charged with vehicular homicide. because they remember one dude killed the guy and the other dude killed his teammate in the car. Yes. They was both drunk. Now let's go back a little bit to the game. Why are you out drinking and celebrating on Tuesday? They need to have some kind of car service for them. I'm quite sure they do, or they should have. When you drunk, call somebody come pick you up.
Even if the team don't have a car service, you got enough money, but you can call an Uber.
A Lyft. I'll get you one, and I can't stand y'all.
How they say
save somebody's life? Like, I get it. You're an NFL player, all that stuff. But look at the history, the recent history. I'm two of them ex-Cowboys. I know I'm right. Everybody look it up. One killed somebody else, and the other one killed his teammate. And that's why he ended up having a mental breakdown. He couldn't play no more. Remember that one?
Yeah, that was bad.
They need to have a whole anti-drinking around their whole organization.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm just joking calling him that name, but it's kind of fitting now that I think about it. While you out celebrating, you should have been practicing.
Hi, Dragonfly Jones saying, Martin, you should have been practicing your craft. That's what you should have been doing.
I don't want any trouble. My light's about to get cut off. Had you been practicing on your art, you know you're way in the dark. Silent.
Oh.
Girl, but that's sad news. I hope he get it together.
I hope so too. And my thing is, like I said, don't have this awesome opportunity that so many people don't get, and you out here doing dumb stuff. Please think. Just think.
I would take a page out of Juju's book. Remember that first year Juju was in the NFL? He rode a bike. He didn't even have a driver's license. Remember that?
No.
You remember that? Look at Juju, because somebody stole his bike one day at practice.
Oh, I thought that was Alfred Morris.
Yeah. The team members got together and the person returned it because they didn't know it was Juju. So they figured I'll return it and get an autograph or something. But Juju didn't drive for the first 2 years because he didn't have a license.
I didn't know that. I remember.
So take a page out of Juju book. Get on that. What's the name of them bikes? Huffy and all that. And get no, dude.
Why they drinking so much down there? Let's get into that. That should be a Spike the Heels investigation. Jerry Jones causes the players to
cause me to drink.
Gwen, it's time to see how we did on our week 7 picks.
Okay.
The first game that we picked was the Broncos versus the Browns, and we both picked the Browns, and the Browns won by 3. It was 17-14, so we did okay there.
Yeah.
Next is the Chiefs and the Titans.
I got this one wrong because I said I'm gonna get my homeboy one more time.
Yeah.
So technically, I knew I was feeling the Titans, but I was just going with good, faithful. But I could take that L. But they just off, Sabrina. I'm sorry.
Ooh, so we split on that. Next, Washington and Green Bay. We knew we picked Green Bay. Okay. This next one we got totally wrong. The Bengals and the Ravens, which we talked about.
But let me holler at you. I ain't mad at this one because we forgot to mention Lamar got all kind of records he broke recently. But I'm gonna figure out all those accolades that he just recently got. He broke 2 records recently. So let me look it up because I should know about my boy. But I'm not mad at us being wrong here, Bean.
Yeah, no, I don't know that. Well, maybe a couple of people picked the Bengals, but I think with the way the Ravens have been on a roll, with anybody.
Yeah, so I'm mad at this one.
So then we picked the Eagles and the Raiders, and we split on this. You picked oh, hush. I did say Eagles. I sure did. Dang it.
Got it.
Dang it. Okay, so Gwen won on that one. Then the Bears and the Bucks. Lord knows that was a stomp.
You're talking about the stomp. Did you see that game we getting called the Patriots and the Jets? Ooh. They beat them like 54. They should have saved some of them points for the next game.
Right.
Running them points up like that on them. You're going to need some of them for the next game.
But yeah, them Patriots got about 56. It was like 56-10 or something crazy like that. And the Bucks game, they won by just as many points or almost as many. That was 38
to something.
38-3.
Fields looked terrible. He was more like Sands than Fields.
You so silly. You silly.
Dirt, this straight dirt. You know what I'm saying?
Then next we did the Colts versus the 49ers. You picked the Colts. I picked the 49ers. You got something in her eye, y'all.
I sure did. That was a guess. Sabrina, keep it real. That was a coin toss.
Yeah, it was.
Anybody could have got that right. You still had a 50-50 chance to get that game right.
And then the last game hasn't started yet. It's the Saints versus the Seahawks. That'll be tonight as we're recording. It's Monday. We both picked the Seahawks, but I'm still not 100%.
Yeah, but I got one wrong.
That's what I'm saying. I was going to say you got all of them right except one. That's daggone good.
I know I'm getting better at this.
Let me find out
I'm
you're
starting to take my heart out of it. I'm starting to think more with my football mind.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm starting to studying these defenses and realizing it depends on what defense. We got the Ravens wrong together. It don't matter, but I'm getting a little bit better. But I'm learning to go and see who they playing. I'm studying these defenses because that'll help. Like we could have called that game when the Titans ran over the Chiefs because of Henry.
Oh yeah, we said that he was gonna have a field day, and
I didn't because I'm going with my heart and I picked the Chiefs.
No, but
if I was really looking at it, they ain't stand an ice ball chance because of who they was playing. That Chiefs defense is worse than ours. It's just that Mahomes sometimes puts up enough points to
cover it up.
W.
Yep, absolutely. And Henry, man, he had a field day, like we said. He not only got rushing touchdown, he threw for a touchdown.
Come on now. Come on now.
And somebody was like, man, I thought the MVP race was supposed to be really for the quarterbacks. Henry said, I can do that too. Let me throw a touchdown.
Put me in the running. I can catch me. Only thing I can't do is throw it to myself.
Right.
And if he figure it out, if he throw it up high enough, he might be able
to run and catch it. Girl, he said, let me show you I'm gonna do all of this. I'm in this race. So we went over our week 7 picks. Now it's time for week 8. Let's see how we gonna do. The first game is the Thursday night game, which to me should be the game of the week.
Who is the game?
Packers versus the Cardinals in Arizona. That is good. Everybody's gonna watch
that.
Woo! And the thing is, everybody don't have that channel. I think it's Thursday Night Football on something. And they better get that channel quick. I think it's NFL Network. If you don't got it, you better get it. Because
you better call my girl who won the Game Pass and go sit with her.
Right.
But let me holler at you, Sabrina. I can't call this.
I can't either.
Ooh, Sabrina, we can't take a lot of time. All right, I'm ready.
Okay.
Ready? Cardinals.
Ooh, I wanted to be the Cardinals, but I can't do it. Oh, wait a minute. I don't know.
You already said it. Right. Move it on. Are you doing backsies?
Well, last week,
that Packers defense ain't on nothing.
That's why I said
Ertz is stepping up. They're not going to be able to tackle him. He's too big.
And that's why I said I think I picked the wrong team. I'm picking Arizona. I'm Arizona. I definitely, I was tripping.
I got to do this. They're not going to lose this one.
Ooh, this is going to be good. I can't wait.
Man. I got to get my popcorn on my hot wings ready, Jack.
Oh, goodness. I
wish somebody would call me Thursday night because this is one of the people I had on the schedule to maybe break their undefeated streak. But now that the season has progressed, Ern and them wrapping up too, Ern gonna have to put all of what he got into this game.
Yeah, because the defense ain't.
That Cardinals defense could be suffocating at times.
Mm-hmm.
And them old 39, 38-year-old legs gonna have to get to getting.
Okay.
Are you switching, Sabrina? You going to the Cardinals with me?
Don't get on my nerves. Don't get on my nerves. The Cardinals.
Did I convince her? That defense, Sabrina, that defense is suspect on them Packers. They suspect.
Okay, let's go to the next one.
Okay.
The Titans of Tennessee, who had a great few games lately, versus the Colts in Indianapolis.
Titans.
Correct. I say Titans too. I said correct like it's a yes and no answer.
Correct.
Yes.
Titans.
Titans, yeah. Okay, next up is the Steelers and the Browns in Cleveland.
No Baker?
Yes, Odell. No Baker. One of their main running backs, you know how they had that two-headed monster running game? One of them is out.
Steelers.
I'm picking the Browns.
Okay. Down, Sabrina.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with the Browns. I'm not changing this one.
Okay.
Next
they got a quarterback, Sabrina. They ain't got their head running back. Odell ain't himself. Who gonna throw to Odell? It's not Baker throwing to Odell. So the Odell already not catching, so he's really not gonna be catching now. I just feel like Ben can outplay their quarterback. Even though he almost last on my list of quarterbacks, he's still better than the one they're gonna put in there.
I like the way you think. I just feel like the Steelers aren't what they're cracked up to be anymore. And I just feel like being
I'm in there with you 1,000%. But I just think they're going to win this one. But they are going to Cleveland, but that don't mean nothing. They're used to playing in Cleveland. That don't affect them. So I'm good.
Our next game is the Eagles versus the Lions.
Let me holler at you right here.
Mm-hmm.
I went and looked through their schedule. This the game they can win.
Yes, I agree.
Remember we called the Jacksonville win when they was playing Miami.
Mm-hmm.
I went and looked. I said, if they ever gonna break this winless streak, it's here. Because they in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
The Eagles are sputtering.
Yep.
I got the Lions.
I have the Lions too. This is the week. Lions fans, this
They
is
better come on here.
Come on, Lions. Let's go. Rams versus Texans is next. I'm picking the Rams. The Rams.
Me too. Rams. I got the Rams.
Okay. The next matchup is the Bucks versus the Saints in New Orleans. Bucks. These are getting easier. Uh-oh. Right. Now I'll be at Washington versus Denver in Denver.
This is Darby's revenge game.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna hype them up in the locker room. I'm just not sober with Tidewater, Bridgewater.
If you call that man Tidewater one more time.
Let's go Skin.
And Von Miller's out too.
Ow! Washington football team all the way. That was the one reservation I had, because that's my boy. People don't know this, but my number one offensive player is Lamar, and my number one defensive player is Von. So my boy out, we good. We gonna win that game. Man, I hope Chase and Sweat rattle his bones. How to go shake, rattle, and roll. We can get on a
but we gotta be able to score some points there, going it. Not that I think that the Broncos are.
No, I'll just say they're not gonna score enough. So this is why it's winnable. So yeah, I think Heineken gonna be all right with them. If they might put in Allen, how we know?
You know how one of the shows that's on the 9 or 5 Fox or CBS, whatever, they do bold predictions. I think it's Fox, bold predictions. So I'm gonna make a bold prediction. We already said Washington gonna win. I say Blewit's gonna kick the winning field goal against the Broncos. Blew it.
To be continued. Because she out of her mind. Ain't nobody doing no bold prediction. No. Bold prediction, we make the playoff. That's the bold prediction.
That's insane predictions. That's what that is. Golly.
Oh my God. Go ahead, baby.
2 more left. 2 more picks left. One of them is the Cowboys at the Vikings in Minnesota.
See, Kurt know how to play them Cowboys because he used to be with us. They're not gonna go 15-1, Beanie.
Oh,
so
no.
What game do you have them losing?
I don't know. I don't think this is going to be one of them, though. I hope they do, but I don't think this is going to be one.
I'm willing to take an L here.
Okay, so you're picking.
Nah, Gwen, come on.
Right. Yeah, that down there. That. Okay.
My heart wasn't in it, but trust me. Every yell, every scream, every bass or noise turbulence I can put on, I'm gonna be screaming like I'm a Vikings fan that day.
Exactly, every game. Anybody they could be playing the Baloo. What was the Blues team?
Baloo Knights. Don't come from my high school.
They could be
Baloo
playing
Knights.
the Baloo Knights. I would be rooting for Baloo. Okay. Next and final is the Giants versus the Chiefs in Kansas City. And it seemed like that would have been an obvious choice at one point, but now I don't know.
But now in Kansas City, they're going to pull it together. They're going to pull it together enough to eke out a win.
Is Mahomes going to be out? We don't know.
Oh, yeah. But didn't you say he already passed?
He passed the concussion protocol. They don't mean he got all the fogs out.
Just do a disclaimer.
Okay.
Because we don't know the status of Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
And he is an MVP on their team. So it does matter if he plays.
Mm-hmm.
If Mahomes is in, they win. If he's out, they lose.
Agreed. So we're going to put both the helmets down there. There you go. What she
if
said.
Mahomes is not concussed, which I know he is, if they cheat again and let him play, they'll win. But if they say that they do the right thing and let him sit out, the Giants gonna get a free win.
I agree. So that's all of our picks for this week. Once again, we're gonna see how we do.
No, I got one more pick, Sabrina. Don't cut. I got one more pick.
What are you gonna pick?
Ready? When you are enjoying grits, do you eat grits with sugar or not?
Here's the question. Tell me what you put in your grits.
I put in salt, pepper, and butter and sugar.
That's
You
the
cannot
devil. It's
eat
the
grits
devil.
without sugar.
Listen, sugar don't belong in grits.
That's do if you don't put the sugar in it, then you might as well have mashed potatoes.
Proper grits are butter, salt, pepper, and cheese.
Oh, girl, bye. Ain't nobody put no cheese in no grits. Why do you put cheese in grits, Sabrina?
Why do you put sugar in there?
Because it make it sweet.
Grits ain't supposed to be sweet. They're supposed to be.
But grits ain't supposed to be mashed potatoes.
Listen, it should be cheese.
You need a little bit of sugar in there. That's the next pick. Do sugar or not?
I want everybody. If you see this part of the video,
you put sugar in grits. If you from the DMV, you put sugar in your grits, especially that Domino sugar.
I'm from the DMV. We don't put no sugar in our house.
2 teaspoons will do you. 1 to set you straight. 2 gonna put you over the top. That's why a lot of us diabeticals now, huh?
What you need to get you a nice handful of cheddar cheese and sprinkle it in there.
Oh my God, Sabrina, I'm not touching them grits with a 10-foot pole. You put cheese on a hamburger. You put cheese in a sandwich. You may even sprinkle a little Parmesan cheese on your salad. You don't put no cheddar cheese in no grits.
You put sugar on your cereal and your coffee and your tea. It don't go in grits.
Man, bye. So we come to the end of another episode of Spikes and Heels. But before we leave, we just want to give our deepest, heartfelt love, appreciation for everyone that has subscribed with us, because we officially hit our 1-year anniversary. Our 1-year anniversary was October the 21st, and we officially hit it. We're going to find a way to celebrate with you guys. We just haven't come up with something yet, but stay tuned. We love you. We're just grateful. It's been so much fun. As you can see, just by looking at our video, we have improved. Yeah. We're trying to have more relevant stories. Like, we are located in the DMV, but football is in the United States, so we try to include other stories. But we're gonna be Redskin heavy, or Washington football team heavy sometimes. Yeah. But I'm rambling now. Let Sabrina take the floor. But just from me, on behalf of Sabrina, my part, thank you so much. We just want you to continue to stay with us. Tell everybody about us. We're trying to grow this thing, so just thank you so much for your love and support.
Yes. And I just want to say, like, I'm thinking back, and I remember when we didn't have 10 subscribers and we had like 7 to 8. I'm like, we got 7 or 8 subscribers. I was so happy. And now at this moment, as we're recording this, there are 160 of you. And I'm like, I just am so grateful for each, like 1, 2, 3, each person. Because I'm like, if there were 160 people physically standing in front of me and I had to talk to them, that's a lot of people. And so I thank God, we thank God for every 1 through 160 of you. And please continue to be with us.
Thank you so much. We love you. Have a nice, lovely, great week. Can't wait to this Thursday night game.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Right, no, right. So I'm Gwen.
I'm Sabrina.
Stay safe, stay blessed, subscribe. Bye.
Bye.